Welcome to the orientation video for George Brown College Behavioral Science Technology and Autism in Behavioral Science. George Brown College is proud of our behavioral science technology programs. We have 3 programs. The reason why I would choose George Brown College is that there are several key strengths. One of these strengths are our placements. We have over 187 key partners, active placements in the City of Toronto and the outlying GTA area. These placements provide excellent experience in applied behavior analysis and behavioral science. Placements include special education classrooms, special programs for people with autism, programs for adults with dual diagnosis. Also, we have a strong relationship with many of the intensive behavioral intervention providers in the GTA. For a college diploma, all our faculty are graduate trained, so all our faculty are the master's or PhD level. Part-time faculty are experts in their field and leaders in their field. Some of the part-time faculty are directors of special education programs, school support programs, and so we have a unique opportunity being in the City of Toronto to provide students with expertise in an abundance.
The strengths of the BST program here at George Brown College are, from the perspective of the community looking at the program, is that they have very well-trained staff in applied behavior analysis. And the staff here are people not only knowledgeable about the science, but also how to apply that science for individuals with autism spectrum disorders and how to work collaboratively in community settings with the educational knowledge that they have in the field.
The coursework itself is extremely relevant for students in the real world, so it really helps prepare students to understand some of the theories and some of the application to what students will be doing in the workforce on a day-to-day basis. And I think the other piece is the practicum, so the opportunities for students to actually get out into the workforce and have the opportunity to practice some of the things that they've learned in the classroom.
For our program, which is a lot of instructor therapists that provide IBI to children with autism, we had a need for qualified people that understood the principles of ABA, and George Brown's BST program fit that very well.
So they are planning, speaking with government, speaking with parents, and speaking with other educational institutions to make their program as specific and meaningful to its graduates, as well as to the individuals who will be served by those students in the future.
The first program is a 3-year diploma in behavioral science technology. It requires no post-secondary education. Students would typically have a high school diploma or come from the workforce, and they would have it equivalent to a senior science, senior math, and senior English in high school. The program overall focuses on applied behavior analysis, and we think that this is our strength at George Brown College. The program is very well-founded in applied behavior analysis, which is a discipline that looks at techniques and tactics derived from operant and respondent conditioning. It's a very specific type of psychology that is more akin to teaching and special education than it is to counseling or typical psychological programs that you would see, such as on TV. Behavioral Science Technology, the 3-year program at George Brown College, includes 5 placements. Those placements range from intensive behavioral intervention for children with autism to specialized school support to acquired brain injury, behavioral consultation, and training and teaching others in applied behavior analysis. Students who typically graduate from the 3-year diploma get jobs as frontline support workers in group homes, educational assistant support in school boards, or as instructor therapists working with children with autism.
There are a number of programs where students across Ontario can learn about applied behavior analysis and autism, but George Brown College clearly has one of the strongest reputations in the province.
They have great staff that support the organizations that have the students come for placement, as well as providing great support to the students on an ongoing basis while they're out there.
In our agency, it's very well known. We are always accepting of student placements coming from the BST program because of the fact that we know that they're so well prepared and extremely enthusiastic, and certainly we've had very positive experiences.
The thing that I liked the most about George Brown was the fact that they had instructors who worked in the field. They had instructors from agencies such as CAMH or Surrey Place, and these instructors were people who were actually out there doing the jobs that I was interested in doing. So I was able to ask them questions about what it was like and how it related, and things that you may not necessarily be able to get out of a textbook.
We have 3 opportunities for placements in the intensive stream for the behavioral science program, and I think that is where you get to practice all the skills and knowledge that you've learned within the semesters.
One of the key benefits from my experience at George Brown was, again, the approachable professors. I was finding there's always an open door policy. I could sit down and talk with the professor after class about maybe a particular topic that I found really interesting and how I could, learn more about that.
The second program that we offer at George Brown College is an intensive delivery of the 3-year diploma. And this program is only open to people with a bachelor's in psychology or an undergraduate degree in psychology. The program starts in August and finishes in June. It includes 3 block placements and 2 academic semesters. We call it intensive because it's intense. Students would have between 25 and 30 hours of coursework a week, plus the same number of hours that are expected in homework and assignments and preparation for tests. Students who graduate from the intensive program often get jobs as instructor therapists or as behavior therapists, although there's a wide array of jobs. Across all 3 programs, over the last 4 years, there's an average employment rate of 86%. In 80% of those jobs were full-time, and 90% of those jobs were related to autism and developmental disabilities.
When I came into the program, I was interested in mental health, but after doing my work placements, I was able to have experience in working with children with autism, working in organizational behavior management. So I got something a little broader than what I expected when I went in.
I was able to quickly master those skills employers wanted. And even before the time I was finished school, I was given several opportunities for employment.
I don't think I was absolutely certain which field or which area of applied behavior analysis I would fit in when I first started the program, but through the time I was able to find a niche that was comfortable for myself and that fit my particular skill set and my interests.
With all the skills that we learned at George Brown, you know how to do a thorough assessment and then taking that assessment and translate it into a treatment plan for an individual.
Professors are really available to kind of discuss your concerns and your interests and then help you find an appropriate placement or put you with a supervisor that will really help you improve those skills, right? Which really allows you to develop yourself and find something you really enjoy.
Our third program at George Brown College is the Autism and Behavioral Science Certificate. The program consists of multiple courses in applied behavior analysis, specialized instructional strategies, and skill building, as well as 2 placements. The Autism and Behavioral Science program typically results in people getting a job as an instructor therapist in programs for people with autism.
When someone tells me that they have attended George Brown's program on applied behavior analysis and autism, that immediately carries weight for me in terms of their competence and their understanding of the science.
They certainly know what they're looking for in a job and have very relevant experience coming in, particularly from the practicums that they've done. We certainly look for George Brown on a person's resume, and we love to hire George Brown students.
At Erin Oak Kids, which is the lead agency for our program, we have 2 students who were placed with our program, now working as senior therapists in their program. So there's lots of success for George Brown students at our agency.
The difference between university and college was really huge. University, you are part of a classroom, but you're basically a number sitting in a lecture hall, whereas at George Brown they actually care about your success. So given that, I would certainly choose George Brown again.
The program at George Brown is clearly the best program in terms of the faculty, the opportunities to students, and the learning opportunities.
Yes, I would choose George Brown again for the very reason that you get 3 opportunities at a placement, hands-on skills are being practiced, and you get to apply absolutely everything you've learned within your semester.
If I had to do it all over, I think I would. I really do. I think because I studied through the intensive program, which is a 10-month program, and I was able to finish it really quickly and get back into the workforce or the work field, that it was really kind of appropriate for me where I was in life at that time.
So Behavioral Science Technology and Autism Behavioral Science at George Brown College really is leading the way in terms of preparation in applied behavior analysis. It's very important that you know the programs do have some focus on autism and developmental disability, but there's a breadth of opportunities that students who take initiative can pursue. That being said, we think we have well-planned curriculum, qualified staff, and excellent community support, which makes George Brown College a great choice if you're pursuing applied behavior analysis, behavioral science, or autism and behavioral science. We look forward to educating you in the future.